Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Escapes the defender. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Nix to throw right away. A short throw to Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
They'll run on first down. It's Harvey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Over the middle, it's complete. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Geno now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a 7-yard return following a punt for 45 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 12 yards that time. Las Vegas first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, incomplete to Trey Tucker. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice gain of 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing again is Smith. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The Raiders at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that's sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Going out wide, finds Chubb. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game without just a 5 or 6 yards per touch, he'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, it's Harvey, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now it's Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing Nix. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Off the play fake, Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nix from the shotgun. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if there he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, 66 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And fighting down inside the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. Shoves him aside. Still going. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now Geno. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I had to get you back. You got me.
The interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Nix to the air. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll go play action with Nix. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got his man, it's Thornton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Again, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing is Smith. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out...
And he's in! Touchdown! Raiders! A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession in the second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one.
To throw is Nix. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Christian Wilkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 27 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Back to throw, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. It's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll try to run this one in. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Here's Nix. And the Raiders have got him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Hands it off out of the gun. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the gun on third down, Smith completes this one to Thornton. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the
31, they need to raise his injury or something.
9. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 24. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first and goal. Here's Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Smith. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Smith. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They'll come up now. This is second and long. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of Ingram. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. The 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, How about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Las Vegas, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.